Okay. So, um, it's a little unfortunate. 5-0. Don't worry, I get like 7-0 all the time. But I'm kind of glad that you would send me one of these rather than one where you like wiped the other guy. I guess, the inverse of this, but let's get into it. Why not? Let's see what happened. I'm also going to try to cut less, so I'm just going to like, if I stutter anything, it's just going to be in the final video. This dude still looks like he's doing an opener. Unless he's just freeballing this. It's a little interesting. Okay. All right, that's a little unfortunate at the end. Honestly, I don't think I have to watch it again. I don't think you did that poorly at all anywhere in particular. All right, starting with perfect clear opener. Not a bad choice. So here, okay. You probably had an opportunity to kill him here. Because look, before you sent that Tetris, you have this really massive. Let me get my epic pen and start drawing and stuff. Let's see. Pretty much, it's just basically just attack grouping, right? Here, it's very like it's. I know as a Tetris player, it's very, and especially because I came from Puyo Puyo Tetris, it's very easy to just like want to slam Tetris down the big wide open trash wall that you got sent. But um, the better move would to be just to hold this eyepiece, so over here, and then just build up a little more because you could easily make another T spin right here, like somehow, right? So I'd set up that's a T spin double Tetris that you have here, right? Yeah, that's two Tetrises and then a T spin. That's like how much damage? That's like 15, 16 spike, you know? So like this dude probably isn't gonna survive that if that's what you send. And it's not like you could make the argument, oh, you're not fast enough, like, oh, this dude's just faster than you guys have the same exact look at this. You guys are perfectly matched. It's kinda crazy. I'm not gonna lie. Like, look at that. Stats are perfectly matched. Versus score is the same and everything. But yeah, pretty much I just think if you grouped your attack here rather than just sending the Tetris, because you're not particularly in danger here, especially if you hold this eyepiece. Like, let's go back a second. Hold on. Let me just delete everything. Very right. Let's go back. Like you're not, I don't think you're in danger here at all. No, you're not. This dude's not gonna send you anything that's scary at all. That's right. And here you do. Do you make the? Okay, well, you kind of don't go for the T spin, which I guess you want to keep this part of your board clean. But honestly, I probably would have went for it anyway. Put the S piece here, and then went for the T spin. Because I mean, you did end up clearing these lines anyway with the T piece, so might as well get the T spin bonus, right? Because that's not a difficult fix. Because then you just put the L piece here, Z piece here, and then the J piece here. So you're chilling if you do that. But yeah, like also efficiency thing, just like if you see free T spins like this one, like oh maybe you didn't see it, but what's it called? It's kind of just an experience thing, I guess. I'm not gonna point out every like missed T spin opportunity you have, even though I know you did ask me how to do more T spins before. Let me know if that's something you want me to start pointing out, like all the setups or something. I don't know if that would really help you, because just be pointing out, oh, you had a T spin here, oh, you had a T spin triple here, all that stuff. Like, I don't think it would help too much, but or you do set one up after. Easier for the Tetris. Your down stacking does look a lot better. I will say that, which is great because that's like what I asked you to improve last time. Okay, so I'm not a gripe. Your gun stacking looks great. Okay, like I'm happy with it. Like before, maybe also there's only the only one that I have so far, but it looks really good. However, look at the sequence of pieces you have here. You put this T piece here, but this is like a super obvious T-spin setup, right? If you're gonna clear these two lines anyway, might as well clear it with a T-spin. You know what I'm saying? And you could turn it into one if you hold this. I put J piece here. I think that's a J piece. Yeah, it's a J piece. S piece here. Oh, I'm so good at this. Wait, never mind. I lied. You want to do. Okay, this is kind of goofy order. But as I was saying that, like what I probably would have done is I probably would have just put the J piece here and then S piece here, and then use the other blocks somehow to solve that. Oh, J piece, S piece. I'm sorry, I'm brain farting, and then like this or something, right? This does cover this well a little bit. That's why I'm thinking that that's like not the best option. But another one that's a little goofy is if you do J, Z, um, and then O. I think you have a place to hold. No, because then you have the S piece to get rid of. Because you also have this in here. You have the T piece in there. So just put like the S piece here or something. I don't know. That's what I would do. It's kind of goofy, but that gives you the T spin, and it still lets you get done to this. This is just me ranting because I probably would have tried to turn this into a T spin somehow. I don't know exactly how I would have done it. Well, I just gave you two ways I would have done it, but there's the first one was kind of sort of messy and might have only given you a T spin single, but the second one was pretty good. But I mean, was pretty messy, but it's also gives you the T spin double and it clears these three lines. So yeah, just look for that. When you're down sucking, it's like another layer into it, right? Like your down sucking is looking a lot better. It's just you also just like efficiency things. Like this kind of was a free T spin in my opinion. Um, but, you know, it's not super bad. It's just you know if you get that throw the extra T spin in there, this guy is being pressured while you're also down stacking and everything. So let us continue. Okay, you go T spin. So you're getting down. Great. Here, another thing. One more miss. Okay, well, this is the miss drop. But here, there's a great Tetris right here. However, I probably would have looked for a T-spin here. Yes, it blocks off this well here. Like once you get down there, but it's like a really fast like thing. Also just like because you're in a position where you're at the top of your board and you have to down stack while putting out pressure at this point basically. So I put the I piece here, S piece here with T spin, O piece, and then like Z piece, right? You I honestly don't know if this would have really saved you. It might have been. You could have done a T-spin single and then throw down another Tetris, but you probably would not have another eyepiece for a good amount more time. So it would have just depended. But that's just another thing. Like when you're downsecking everything, just try to keep an open mind, looking for these like setups that would require literally like one piece to make a T-spin, right? Because they're so common. Like they're really so common. Like and using them, it just gives you like a big advantage. Um, which is like it's just kind of like a I guess experience thing. Like if you try looking for them, you'll start seeing them more. But like it's not just something you could just like start doing immediately because I'm probably sure you're probably just thinking, oh, I need a down stack here, and so that's why you just like what's it called, are putting that piece there, which isn't a bad move. And then it's unfortunate because you also misdrop there. But that whole match, it was kind of just like a what's it called? Like I don't want to say it was just like an APM diff, but like this dude's playing at 2.18. Like this dude's consistently over 2 pieces per second, which is a good amount higher than what you're putting out. But I don't think it's unwinnable. I think you said that earlier. You said let's see what you said. You said it was definitely a defensive game. Yeah, this is a defensive game. Yeah. So you know that this guy has a little more APM and PPS than you, and you were able to identify that. So how do you handle that? We'll see. Okay, another PCO, another double triple cannon by him. Okay, another attack grouping situation. Nice, T-spin Tetris. Now there, I'm just gonna go back now, but there, you did it good. It was very good. It was very good. However, you probably could have grouped it a little harder. As in, look, you have two eyepieces right here, right? You could just go Tetris, and then afterwards you could just set up the T spin because it's really easy, like O piece and then C piece there, and then you have your T piece right there, and it's like boom, Tetris T spin. I like honestly, I think probably a really good tool for you is to start building up like your burst speed potential. Like think about, oh, I have this thing right here, so let's as fast as possible throw down my two Tetrises. Like as fast as you can, throw down your two attacks, and then just like that'll also help increasing your speed in the long run, just by like practicing bursting a couple pieces, because it gets you more comfortable with like doing actions faster, if that makes sense. But this isn't terrible. You know, I just would have liked to see a little bit more grouping. And there you could have fixed this overhang with that. This is a small thing. It doesn't really matter that much. But like, instead of using that S piece there, which covers this well a little bit, and does this, you could have just fixed it by spinning it into here. Which I'm sure you know how to do. I'm not going to explain how. It's just like you rotate. I don't know which rotations it is. I know like my key bindings and how it makes it, but like that's just how I would have done it because this just makes it a little more complicated. I think you did 180 something in there though, so it doesn't even matter that much. Yeah, you did. Okay. Okay. It's down stacking at work. Okay. 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 Good defense. Good defense. Okay. 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 I like what I'm seeing. I like what I'm seeing. You missed a T spin single there, but it's all good. T spin. Ooh. Okay. Continue. All right. See there? I love the down stacking. It's great. But also, if you get stuck in the loop of all you're doing is down stacking against someone with higher APM than you, it's gonna be hard to actually get down, right? So you have to be looking for those opportunities to attack while you're down stacking, which you do a good job of that. Like right here, you manage to get this Tetris in here and everything, right? But here, boom. What did I say? Free one piece T spin. Boom, right there. Even though it's a T-spin single, that's still an extra like 2 damage that you're gonna be throwing back at him right before you get a Tetris. It turns that into like what, 5 more damage. So that's 7 damage right there that you get like basically for free if that's what you're looking for. I know it's kind of different because there's like the speed difference. Like to me, I'm over here saying, oh, you just throw the S piece here, and then when you cycle to an I piece, you throw that down there. It's I know it's a little different because you guys are playing at a slower pace than me, so like doing quick things like that might not be as viable. But that's why when I like bring up try working on your burst speed, because in situations like this, having just like the ability to just do things a little faster will help you drastically. Yeah, look for burst. So yeah, there's missed T spin, but it's not terrible. You still survive here. All right. That was a little bit unfortunate of a J placement. I know you're just placing it there to cycle to your other piece, but that is because you're right after those lines. It's this line right here, and then you just added. So you have so much on top of that that you have to clear before you get to that. So finding somewhere else to put that, like even just right here, right? There's just other places you could put it, or even like right here. That one's a little scarier because your death box is right there. But yeah, just getting to that, you know, or you didn't even have to hold this. You could have put that right there. Just more options, just more options. Because this, like, yeah, it's out of the way for now. Like, oh yeah, far right. You know, I'm doing stuff over here right now. Boom. Then you gotta deal with that later, which is just tough. But I think you survived that despite that. Yeah, you been up. Ooh, I'm way too far. Then right here, what is this? Another free T. This one's even more free. Look, you just put the J piece right there, and you get a free T spin. Right, that's an extra 4 damage. That means this guy is going to be pressured. Sure, he gets more garbage for ammo, and he's honestly like in a way better position here. But this still is like it's clean. You're going to clear these 2 lines anyway. Might as well get that extra 4 damage in, right? He's going to sit this here, do that there. OP's here. LP's there. ZPC here and get free T spin right there. Like you only got in 2 moves. Look at that. Right? So just look really look for these opportunities. Because there you just decided to put it here, which is clean. Don't get me wrong, that is clean. But the other one is just better, in my opinion. Here and then, well, you're kind of dead there, so you didn't get a chance to use it. But yeah, even while you're down stacking, you have to be looking for opportunities to attack, especially in a defensive game, because it helps give you like a cushion and more time to defend and get back into it. Also, let's talk openers when you're playing defense, okay? Okay, you're using this one. It looks AFK. Oh, you misdropped it. That's unfortunate. I know how terrible that is in an opener. I've been there plenty of times. But it's all good. Okay, okay. Lots of good tech there. Oh, I was going to talk about openers. The last 2 ones you use BCM. And it's probably before you realize that this is like, you kind of have to play more defensive this game. But I honestly don't even think PCO is bad for a defensive opener. It's just when you do PCO, you give them so much clean garbage at the beginning that it's easy for them to spike you out. So after PCO, you need to be looking to receive a spike and then like counter spike, if that makes sense. So you want to just play like low, if that makes sense. I'll explain that after I watch this one slightly better. Oh, I like that. I like that. You looked ahead. I saw it. I saw it. That's really good. Do it. Little T spin. Little T. Oh, okay. Another thing. Okay, I'm just gonna point it out because there's so many missed opportunities that I see. So here, boom. You have about like 20 different ways to turn these into T-spin setups right here. There's triple dot. Like even though it's annoying because it's like, oh, this is blocking that right there, and I want to get down to it. You have so many options, but also so many options can be bad too because I've been faced with a problem where you see like 4 different options and they're all really good, and it's like, oh my god, which one do I choose? And then you kind of just like freeze up. I don't know if that's what you did here, but what's it called? That's what I see. I see a bunch of different T-spin setups here because all these equals any situation where there's a block, a space, and then another block. That's a T-spin. That's how my brain sees it. So right here, you know, you could put ZPs here, right, or not ZPs. Yeah, ZPs there, L there, S there, um, S here, and then like O here, and then boom, there's your T-spin right there. Or a variety of different ones. I'm not gonna go through all of them. There's a bunch of them though, but that one's a little more complicated to see, so I don't really blame you for missing that one. But when you do, you go ahead, you make one, but then you just don't go for it. Every time you have like the perfect ability to just put a T piece here, just make an overhang first and T spin it, right? Even though you do have to cycle one of your eye pieces, like you have to put one, like I'd probably just put it here or something, to get to this O piece so you can make an overhang. And this is the correct spot to put this overhang, by the way. Don't put the overhang here. You probably understand this because obviously right there. And then here you're leaving this well open and this well open, so do that there. But yeah, it's just to me it's like kind of painful whenever I see this because it's like, look, it's it's perfect for the T piece, but it's also so easy to just turn it into a T spin, and that's just free damage that you're missing out on. Like if you got that, your APM would be like probably higher than this guy's, honestly, if you were hitting every T spin that you missed. So just keep your eyes peeled for those. There again, you're at the bottom of your board, okay, right? You don't need to think about downstacking here. Boom. This is probably I'm probably thinking a little I'm probably forgetting something. I think you need to something you need to start transitioning into doing is having a hybrid mid game, if that makes sense. I think your mid game, to me, it seems like it consists of a lot of just Tetrises, if that makes sense. Like you're basically just stacking purely for Tetrises. And I know you asked me how to do more T spins. I'll explain how to do that in a little bit. But so like right here in this mid game, rather than going here, because you look, you just put Z Z eyepiece, then boom, you have this free, however you cover this up, T spin, right? And you're at the bottom of your board, so like whatever you get sent doesn't matter too much because you have plenty of time to deal with it before it's gonna put you in danger. And yes, this dude's at the top of his board, so if you send that, he's honestly gonna be in a lot more trouble than he already is. Let's go. Right. But that's not the way you handled it isn't terrible. It's just you're missing opportunities that you could be a beat. Okay, I'm gonna hope that that was a misinput because you have a free Tetris right there. Right, you probably just rotated on accident. I'm gonna assume you rotated on accident. I really hope that was an accident because like, why would you like just not rotating that and just putting it here is like way better. That's what I would have done to cycle that. And then yeah, but yeah, just do that and then free Tetris. It was probably a misdrop, but now it's just really messy to fix, which is unfortunate. But you get through it. You get through it. Okay. I like the down stacking. It's good. It's clean. There, it's not terrible. However, actually, no, you did fine. You did fine. If you're, I was gonna say here, I probably would have used the. I think my first instinct here is to fill this and then send the Tetris, because then I already see that there's a way to set up a T-spin over here. Even if I don't have those pieces immediately, I know that I can get them. Right? And then once you clear this T-spin, you have this well open for you. That's why I said that. But this is honestly not bad because that's like thinking like basically using your whole next piece to see that. And in the moment, I probably wouldn't see it that clearly because it's different just like looking at the game than actually playing it as well. So that's another thing to keep in mind. Don't feel bad for missing all this. Like I probably like a lot of the things I'm pointing out to you, I might not have seen if I was playing this game anyway. Um, because playing it actively is way different than just spectating it. But yeah, this is good. This is good. But look at your position. Also look at his position. His position is very scary too because he's pretty clean. He has a big wall, but you guys are in very similar positions. Here, what I'm thinking you need to do, don't immediately send your attacks. You need to build up and you need to cycle until you get at least a T-spin and a Tetris. That's what you need to do. And what's it called? You have the T piece in your hold already, right? Immediately, I just say build the overhang, right? Cycle your pieces. It might be a little hard to fit because you don't have like the best pieces to fill up this 3-block gap right here. But you could do like O piece here. Oh wait, you could do like this here, O piece here, Z piece here. I don't know where you're gonna put this one. Make it a little messy. Put it there. Get this one. Put it here. And then boom, you're ready for a T-spin. So now here. It's scary, yes, because this dude has APM. He has more APM than you, right? And so it's like, oh, he's probably gonna attack me soon anyway. And he does have a scary attack coming here, right? But that doesn't mean send your attack now. You can hold this, like keep this T piece in your hold, and keep stacking up, waiting for that I piece so you can send him with a Tetris T spin, right? Right. And while you're doing that, if he attacks you and you're afraid of dying, right? I don't think you're in a position to die here, right? Unless he sent you with like a 10 spike, then you might be in a little trouble. But even then, you're still like you're at like around halfway of your board, which is like a comfortable place to be. You have the ability to use that T spin that you already have set up to counter some of that damage, and then when you hit that, still continue stacking up, looking for like a double Tetris afterwards, right? It's the art of you need to be. It's basically just timing your attacks, right? You don't, and I'm probably in the game. I'm probably not gonna think about it. Oh, he has this attack set up, so I have to do that. I'm not really looking at my opponent's board. I'm not gonna lie to you. It's something you probably should get in the habit of doing, like just a quick glance to see what state they're in. Like, oh, are they at the top struggling? Oh, do they have a really big well that I should be afraid of? Or oh, are they at the bottom and I just need to APM them a bit to get them up a little bit, things like that. But don't look super hard. I don't even think you have to start doing that because I've obviously made it to where I am without really looking at my opponent's board that intensely. So I can tell you that you can at least get to my rank, which is like top 500, somewhere in the top 500 range, without looking over there. But yeah, it's just timing on your own board, right? Like know that your opponent is probably going to attack you soon. Have that T spin in reserve for you to do that, right? And then just like keep stacking up. Look to group your attacks, right? You're always looking to at least send 2 attacks at a time. Like sending 1 attack is like it's like a slap on the wrist, basically, right? Sending 2 attacks is like, oh, okay, hold on, this dude's actually doing some damage, right? And then sending 3 attacks is like, oh my gosh, this dude's insane, right? And then you look at people like Diao, and he sends like fucking 40 lines in like 0.2 seconds, and it's like, okay, buddy, yeah, I don't know how I'm gonna survive that, but that's like completely different level. Anyway, let's continue. Let's see how you do it. Okay, you have the T-spin set up. You send it immediately. But this dude didn't even send you that much garbage, right? So it's not bad. However, you could also just receive that. If you receive this, you go up and you continue stacking, this dude's going to have no attacks to counter your big spike that you're about to send him. So you'd be more than chilling. But, it's whatever. It's to look forward in the future. Look for that. Okay, glad you saw the T-spin. That's not a terrible grouped attack. Honestly, that's pretty good. It's like you sent Messi. Except honestly, I probably would have used this J piece here, so I could have saved enough lines to do a Tetris later. That's just one gripe I have there, but that's not too important. It's very small. It's still good that you grouped a little bit. Okay, you saw the T-spin. Do you see another T-spin? You didn't go for it. or you went for it, but a little different than what I would have done. Because this is a little more messy. I would have just slapped this on the overhang here. And then you probably could have put this one here and put like O piece here. Oh no, not O piece there. O piece here, of course. And then something T-spin. I'm not gonna go too far into it, but the only reason why I say that is because making the overhang on this side is gonna add one on top of this. It's something to think about. But you did good in the past by looking forward and missing this. But that's not terrible. It's not terrible. It just makes it a tiny bit more difficult to clear that out. And there, guess what you have? Another T-spin. Yay, we love T-spins. Here. Very basic. Even if it's just a T-spin single. Even if T-spin singles, I want to see you hitting them, right? Like the T-spin single is huge. If you hit this and then hit the Tetris, this dude's dead. There's no way he survives here. I mean, it's possible, but I don't think he survives here if you do that. And honestly, this still isn't even bad. He somehow survived. You have another T-spin. Might have messed up your sequencing slightly for it, but all right, let me remove this. Where is it? Yeah, you just use this S piece. You just use that S piece for the setup here, and then you put that one there. And you put that other S piece here, just to make that clean. Okay. Building up. I like it. Oh, I messed up. You said you know how to ST, or you were practicing ST stacking, correct? Where did I go? I went a little too far. Whoopsies. Maybe I'm jumping the gun. Let's see how you handle it. Okay, you don't handle it terribly, but this is like a ST stack setup. You have the beginnings of it here, because there's two pieces on one side. It's a 2-7 column, basically, which is 2-7 is ST stacking. Right here, you just place O piece here, S piece here, J piece here. Boom, you have another T-spin setup. It's just quick and easy. It's all about efficiency rather than like doing stuff like sure setting the oh, you did do that, but you just did this piece here, which it looks clean and it is clean, but you could also just get a clean T-spin out of it by sequencing it slightly differently. And then you have to use that T piece to kind of sort of fix that on this side. But you do get a Tetris out of it, which isn't terrible. So what you did isn't bad at all. Just I would have done it slightly differently. Might have gotten the same result though. So I don't think that's too big a video. This is good. Big APM. Here, yes, use the T-spin. Okay. Didn't fill it out, but it's fine. Here, I was thinking about it. I was like, okay, maybe I should tell him how to fill that out. If you want to go for it, you can make it a super T-spin double. Place that one here. And then fill in this one with like the J piece there. It's a little, this is like kind of messy, but it'd be cool if you did it. I'd probably go for it. And then that there. If you don't know this setup here, oh, I can't use that. Okay, hold on. Hold on. I just want to make it more like so you could see the shape of what I'm talking about. That one there, S piece here. You've probably seen this setup before. It's just basically like a T-spin triple, but with like an extra block. Is how you can think of it. I think about it like I don't know how I think about it. It's like a circle or something. You T-spin it in there, and what's it called? You spin it 3 times. So you go. So the T piece looks like this, and then when it breaks, it gives you another T-spin right there. It's kind of hard to see unless you do it, but it's 2 T-spins basically with that setup. And it solves itself out clean. It just looks a little messy when you set it up. But that's just something you could have done to get the credit for that sequencing error. I'd call it, I guess. What's it called? Just place the TPs here first to get the Tetris for that, and then you set up for a T-spin after. Once you do that, and then like some kind of overhang there, and then boom, T-spin Tetris. Small sequencing error, but you guys start looking for those. You got the same outcome, but you just missed a Tetris. Okay. A little downside combo, little nine spike. Okay, this is good down stacking. I love the down stacking. Okay. Yeah, it is tough, right? Because trust me, I played like, look, we could look at my. Oh, I didn't make up my profile. Hold on. Well, I'll come back in a second. But like me, my Tetra League, defeat was like a really bad defeat. This one, I got 2-7'd. Yeah, look, this dude's just destroying me, bro. Like, sometimes it is just like this dude's just constantly, he's averaging 126 APM here. I'm just not gonna win that, right? Like, let's look. Like, we'll see. I don't know when I played this, but it just happens sometimes. Friends texting me. I'll respond to them in a bit. But yeah, like, it's hard when someone's just out APMing you and everything. So like, don't take it too harshly, you know. But the things I'm telling you should help you mitigate a lot of this. Like, I think you could easily pass this guy. Like, I don't think he's that much better than you at all. Like, you're very close in terms of skill. The last one I watched was the third one, right? I believe so. What opener are you going for? Okay. I don't even know the name of this opener anymore. Sorry, I was yawning while I was speaking. Okay. Strong opener moment. There in that opener, you probably know, but some of the strength from it is the spike from the second setup. So right here, I would keep like, okay, this is part of it. Even though you have the T-spin triple here, don't immediately go for it, right? Just keep stacking up until you have both T-spins. I probably have like an example of that if I could search for it. I'll find the example of it after. You want to look for both T-spins because it just sends like a ton of lines, right? And then also, when you go for the second T-spin here, when you have garbage right here, it's tempting to just go for the T-spin double. But if I see this, I would probably opt for the T-spin single, right? I just throw an extra rotate in there. And then boom, you have 4 lines set up for a T-spin thing. But you don't do too terribly. Here, sorry, I'm yawning. It does seem to me like you're a little scared of receiving garbage. Like, look, boom, he sends 5. It's clean 5, right? Receive this. There's almost no reason for you not to receive this, in my opinion. Like, sure, he has another like Tetris setup here, and he could damage you faster, but you don't need to downstack here, right? You just receive this, you go up, and then you have more ammo down here for later, which just makes you stronger, right? Because you can turn this into a little Tetris if you don't panic and downstack immediately. It's a Tetris, like you have defense for his next attack. Just don't be afraid because he's sending garbage, I need to cancel it. If it's clean like this, if it's clean and you're low on your board, accept it. If it's clean and you're high on your board, deny it. If it's messy and you're low on your board, try to deny it, but it's not terrible if you accept it. Um, just messy is always annoying to deal with, so just like try to always cancel messy. And it might be a little hard to think about. Oh, is he sending me clean? Is he sending me messy? Just think it was like, oh, did I hear like the Tetris sound? Am I perfectly fine on my board? Do I need to be worried about this? No, then just accept it. That decision comes like a lot quicker in game, of course, but just start thinking about it in the future. And a lot of it is also a mental thing, because sometimes if you tell yourself, "Oh, this dude is faster than me. I need to play defensive," you stop looking for opportunities to be more offensive when you have them. So always have like a mild ego, which is an interesting thing to say, but a little bit of down stacking. I'd say like you could see, oh, good T spin, good T spin. A little bit of sequencing error here, but it's fine. I would have saved one of those eye pieces, but it's fine. Okay, okay, okay. Let's see it. Good, good. Great down stack. Not so great down stack, but okay. You're doing great on down stacking, right? But it's so easy to get stuck in like, oh, I'm down stacking mindset and like not be done with attacking. But once you're here, you don't have to down stack anymore, right? You're perfect. You're in a position to start attacking. That's another thing. Realize when you're bored, what your board state is, and what your opportunities are to do things, right? Here is an attacking board state. You have a very clean board. You're lower than your opponent. Surely your opponent has slightly cleaner garbage, I'd say, because this is just like a one thing. But you still have pretty clean garbage. It's basically just like a free well for you. You are in an attacking state right here. So don't worry about down stacking. You kind of just opt to not take a Tetris here because you down stack. But there's no need for you to be scared. And here there's a T spin. Take the free T spin. And you did. Okay, okay. It's fine to be down stacking here. Oh, unfortunate misdrop. It's so unfortunate. There's not too much you can do about that, honestly. It just happened. It happens to the best of us. And it's unfortunate also because like you're getting washed and then boom, you misdrop. No, it's how it is sometimes. You know. I think you messed up the opener, so you're just doing whatever. Good T spin, good T spin, fine. Okay, okay, you're in a attacking position. Once again, as soon as you clear this, I think green lights are going off in my head. You're clear. You're good. Start attacking, right? But here, you just start downstacking more. You don't need to downstack here. It's the thing where you're stuck in the defensive mindset, where you don't really have to be defensive here. You have plenty of time. Even if he hits you with that attack, you're still fine. But you just like opt to downstack there, which you're still in a decent position. But now it's just like you're constantly fighting this uphill battle. You never really get a chance to attack. Damn, it's risky, but if you lean on a speed crutch, you could totally do it. Which is, I'm saying that basically, if you have confidence in your speed, you can throw in a little T spin right there, complete the T spin, do this, and then you're down. But that's just a little thing you can throw in there. Once you play more, you'll probably start gaining more confidence in your speed to do things like that. It also depends on like your speed versus your opponent's speed. Like I have confidence in my speed against people like my same speed, but if someone's like a whole PPS faster than me, I'm like, oh hell no, I'm not trying to do that. I don't have time to do that. So it all just depends. Sequencing error. I should just put O here and then Z there, and then you have a Tetris rather than a down stack. I'm saying a down stack, but a little combo that you have. Which what you did isn't bad. That sounds messy, honestly, if that's what you're going for. Okay, huge. You are in a position to start attacking. Now, this is something I need to like. I think I'm going to show you an example after this. But boom, you're in attacking ward state. What do you do here? I see you immediately. You start looking for a 9-0 well. Is what it looks like. Don't go for 9-0 well. 9-0 well is good for like the very basics of Tetris, but at your level, you need to start transitioning into doing a more center well style, right? And here you have two perfect opportunities to do it. You remember what I said? When you have a block, a no block, and a block, that's a T-spin, right? So look, just convert either one you choose. I'd probably choose the one closer to the middle. Just turn it into a T-spin, right? Turn that into a T-spin and then build your well off of that. I know you can do it. You have plenty of skill to do it. It's just like I think it's just like a small like mindset change that you need to start doing. You might need to practice it a little bit just so it like becomes ingrained in your head. But don't go for a 9-0 well here. Build up center well. You know? And also when you build center well and you stack low playing for T-spins, things like being sent that small amount of garbage isn't gonna matter to you. Because guess what? If you have this set up in a way like here and then here and then like here something, right? I know your pieces aren't like exactly sequenced like that, but this is just hypothetical. And then you get sent garbage, you immediately can use that garbage once it's cleared. But because you're trying to stack up in like 9-0, you have all this in the way of potential garbage that you need to get to. It just makes changing your playstyle will make it easier for you to defend as well, if that makes sense. So it's not all just, oh, you need to be faster, oh, you need to be better at this. No, like changing your playstyle will genuinely make things a lot easier for you. I'll show you an example after this. All right. That's everything. I talked about a lot, so I'm not going to continue ranting that much more. I need to close this. I don't know how to close this. Exit. But I just want to show you what I mean by I beg. I could play a quick little Tetris League, honestly, just to show you Tetris League. I'll keep this in the video, but basically, right? This is my favorite opener. This one, the JPs can go wherever, but that's just because I got not the best thing. This opener is good because it sets you up to play low for Tetris to T-spins. Actually, it might be a really bad idea for me to play Tetris League right now. I'm not gonna lie. I can play quick play or something. Right. I want you. Oh, whoopsies. I want you to almost never go for a 9-0. There are times where I'll still go for a 9-0, but it's like for a reason that's like speed or something. Right? Rather than going for 9-0 for 9-0 reasons. Like it should not be your default attack like sequence to go for 9-0. Like even just one block on the side gives you more opportunities for T-spins and Tetrises. Whoopsies. So yeah, I'm not in the right mindset to play Tetris League right now. If I'd play it, but let me know if that's something you would like to see. Is me playing Tetra League and kind of like talking about what I'm doing. If I'm talking about what I'm doing, I'm probably not gonna do as good as normal, so I might just like lose. But that's fine if I can like help you understand some of the mindset when I do things, right? So yeah, just don't 9-0, right? Like 9-0 is okay, right? And especially if you're just faster than the other person, then of course 9-0 is probably gonna end up working. But you're at the point where you need to start looking. You need to broaden your avenues for attacking, and you do that with T spins. So what's it called? Say goodbye to 9-0. This opener. Start using this opener more. I want to see you use it more. It's just because it sets you up in the right mindset. Because look, if I'm playing for T spins rather than Tetrises, look. Um, Slightly bad pieces, but it's whatever. Oh, I just misdropped. But what I'm trying to show you is that like, oh my gosh, when you play for T spins, you're a lot lower on the board, so you have the ability to receive a lot more garbage and still do things. And see here, once I get an eyepiece, I'm not using it immediately, right? I'm waiting till I have a reason to use it, which is now I have a T piece, and so here I kind of have to send an attack. So I'm gonna send a T spin Tetris. Boom, 14 damage, right? Then you keep stacking, keep going. This should just be the cycle that you should get into. Practice it in like Zen or something before you bring Tetris. Boom. Even though I made it messy there, might be bad advice. Maybe you want to take the damage over making your board messy, but I'd probably make it messy and then send boom another 14 damage, right? And then just keep that cycle up. It's a very strong cycle. And sometimes if you have no better options, you might need to like break it down a little bit. Like if you get too like messy at the top, like I did, that what's it called? Eventually gets sorted out if you just become better. I'm not that good, so I don't like I can't like infinitely play super clean while doing it. But I can play for a while. And also the reason why I can't play super clean infinitely doing it, because usually in Tetra League you're forced to what's it called? You're forced to not be able to hold something like that a lot of the time. Unless you're like peak levels of play and you're sending out so much APM that your opponent can't even like think about responding and sending you garbage. Oh, we're starting. Okay. So like the whole time I'm focused on two things. Okay? Only two things are going through my brain. Or like three. I'm playing with a well that's not a 9-0 well. So I can have opportunities to do T spins and Tetrises, right? Look at this. Boom. Boom. And then I'm also trying to keep my board as clean as possible. Here it's getting a little messy. That's fine. I found a way to fix it. And another thing is when your board is clean, it's easy for you to go quickly. I kind of messed up. I'm in a position where my board is going to be not so clean. See, before my board got too messy, I realized that, and I had to sacrifice some like attack and some cleanness temporarily to get cleanness overall back. So there are times where like you're not gonna have perfect play. You need to understand when to compromise and go back into having a clean board state. Which just comes with practicing it, right? Because it sounds so simple when I'm doing it, and it looks so simple, but I know how hard it is to think about. Oh, just play clean, play basic, and look, not once here do I have a 9-0 well, right? Always have something that's not a 9-0 well. Oops, I did not mean to hold there. All right. And preferably the closer to the middle it is, like the better. The minimum is 3 pieces on one side. I'd say to do it good. You can make do with 2, but it's just a lot harder. Um, but usually I like minimum 3 on one side. That's why I said 6-3 stacking. That's just a 6-3 stack, right? And you could do this without using like all these fancy setups and like looking ahead at how much I'm doing, right? You can do this without much more practice than you already have. It's just a mindset change, really. Like here, look, I transitioned into a 9OL, but I'm gonna bring it back as fast as possible. Here, look, one Tetris. Oh, I accidentally misdropped. Whoopsies. See, it happens to everyone. I'm still looking here. I'm setting up another 9 just for this Tetris though. Oh, I kind of had to. Whoopsies! I had to play faster there because I was being targeted, but I kind of didn't. But that's what I mean. It's kind of like just like a mid-game mindset. So transition. I don't want to see you ever build a 9-0, okay? Like I need to stress it more. Look, always here. Not once am I making a 9-0. Oh, I'm kind of messing up. But not once. Even when you do like an opener, right? Right. Usually, most good openers will have you way from a 9-0. I'll wait for you to not 9-0 after. Except for like double triple K and some other ones. But also this. Look, the reason why this opener is so strong is because of this spike right here. That's 15 damage right there, right? Just make sure you have both pieces when you're doing it. What's it called? Just never 9-0. There are times where you can do it for a split second, but as soon as you can, transition away from it because it really just limits you. Um, but that's pretty much it. I want to see if I can. Well, I explained like everything, so I don't really need to show you any of my games anymore. But let me know. Let me know if you like want me to. I could go over some of my games like here. Oh, here. I don't know why I didn't see this. Look, I got 07, bro. And oh, well, I don't know why he got banned. Maybe he was smurfing. Um, maybe he was cheating. Yeah, he was a hacker. He's a hacker. Yeah, I only lose to hackers. But this dude destroyed me. Like, it wasn't even close. Let's see. See, this is a game where I have to play defensive because this dude just has outright more. Oh, yeah, I kind of just messed up there completely. But all these matches are so quick too, just because this dude's APM is insane. Oh, and this is also look. I forgot to. This was I was playing when there was a It was a rearranged bag, so you basically couldn't do openers. That's why I look a little like lost sometimes, is because you can't do it's a 14-piece bag rather than a 7-piece bag. So the RNG was a little silly. See, despite me being on the defensive end of this, I still managed to send a big spike here, right? Look, that's simply by grouping my attacks. Right here, I was like, oh, even though I didn't have it yet, I was going for this T-spin before I even had that garbage. But here, boom, and Tetris. Now this dude's in trouble. He said find a way to down stack quickly. But I'm here. I'm already setting up for another spike rather than just sending immediately because I know he's gonna have another attack ready. Yeah, and then I'm just like messing up my sequencing and stuff. I'm basically just panicking. Yeah, I don't even know what I did there, but I did it. You see here how I'm playing like perfectly in the middle, and so is he. Not perfectly in the middle, but you know what I mean. I'll skip to the end because you get the idea. I get destroyed too. I'm not perfect. I can't like make my situation work against every single player. Oh, see, look at this dude, bro. Like, do you see that? How am I supposed to compete with that? Bro's doing 3 pieces per second, 174 APM, 330 versus scoring. Like, I'm just not beating that. I'm sorry, but you know, it happens really to the best of us. And like here, I get like I almost get swept, and I just brought it back. You know, it's whatever. So don't take the loss too harshly. I know you didn't. That's why you're sending it to me. But um, you know, just improve more. Stop 9-0ing. Look for more T spins when you're down stacking. Understand when you're in an attacking position and when you're in a defending position, even against people who are making you play defensive. You still have opportunities to attack. Um, you just need to see them. So, yeah, that's pretty much everything I want to talk about. Let me know if you have any questions. Yeah.